Hi, I'm Dr. Tim Weir, and I gotta tell you, I love life. But when I'm not being a husband, a father, grandfather, an author, or a practicing chiropractor, I'm the host of the television show, Loving Life with Dr. Tim Weir. I love to cook. I love to travel. I like to spend time with people who do what they love and love what they do. Join me and my guests for the next 30 minutes as we help you discover how to love life. Hey, I'm glad you joined me today. I know you're always looking for opportunities to serve or to help those who are already doing that. I'm with Ashley Boswell from Shepherd Youth Ranch.
Yes.
Thank you for being with me
Thank
today.
you for having me.
Let's talk about what this youth ranch is all about. How did it come about?
I knew from a very early age that I wanted to pair animals with people in a healing relationship. I was 8 years old and I was reading a devotional book about a child who was being bullied at school. And being a child myself, I felt empathy for him, and I said, I want to help children like that. And of course I loved animals. And so I guess from that very early age, I started formulating this idea that I could pair animals with humans in some kind of healing relationship. And then that gelled over time. When I was 15, I was at the beach on spring break and did what all spring breakers do at the beach. I went to the bookstore and found a book about dolphins helping children that had autism.
Wow.
And I said, that's it. That's what I want to do, except I want to help children who have experienced trauma.
Sure.
And so, you know, from there it grew into getting my master's degree in counseling and just kind of taking the steps that would lead me to the point that I could, you know, be educated enough to start something like Shepherd Youth Ranch. Yes.
So when you say kids with trauma, what are we looking at? What are we talking about?
Yeah, well, trauma is on a spectrum. So, and we've all experienced trauma. Everybody has had some kind of trauma in their lives. And for the children and the families and adults that we serve, it could be anything from, you know, a child's parents get divorced all the way to abuse and neglect, abandonment, and that sort of thing. Yeah, and so we see, you know, the 5 components that we really see are abuse, neglect, abandonment, grief, and loss that people are experiencing and seeking us out to help them.
Well, and sometimes, no, it's not their fault.
Yeah.
They get stuck there.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
And so what you do is help them get unstuck, I would imagine.
Yeah, that's it. The horses do it.
The horses do it.
Yeah.
You know, let's talk about that just a second. Why horses?
Well, horses are different than other domesticated animals like cats or dogs because they're prey animals. And we as predators interact differently with prey animals and they us. And so horses have spent their entire existence reading the nonverbals of predators so that they can survive in the wild.
Wow.
And so they generally are picking up on what's happening internally for us versus what we might be saying. So for example, we've had children come out to the ranch and say, I'm not mad, but clearly there is something else going on, and whatever's going on inside of them, if their heart rate is elevated, the horse is going to sense that and respond to that versus what they're saying. So we use it to start a conversation with the child about what's really going on for them.
So, I mean, we're talking about children, but you do even do more than children now.
We do, yes. Yeah.
And we live in it's a tough society. It's a tough world right now. So you see what? Sexual
victims of human trafficking, yes, and adult victims of human trafficking. We hope to one day have a program for veterans and pair them with Mustangs that have once been, that are wild, that they would tame. And of course we see the families of the children, the parents of the children that we serve. We don't just, it doesn't happen in a vacuum. These children's lives involve their parents, and so one of our most popular programs, the children come out for 24 weeks, and once a week for 24 weeks, and once a month we see the parents in multifamily sessions with their child. So they get to experience what the children are experiencing at the ranch at least once a month.
How cool is that?
Yeah, it's great.
So how can somebody that's watching this get involved? Can they become a part of the program
Absolutely, yes. If you know someone that needs to be in the program, or if you'd like to volunteer, or if you'd like to donate, our website is the best place to go. And it's www.shepherdyouthranch.org, and it's spelled SHEPHERD. But that's the best way, really, to plug in. You can go online and sign up to volunteer right from the website.
Wow.
And see all of our programs.
Listen, if you want to get involved, go to their website. We'll put the address right here, and find out how you can become a part of something bigger than you. All right, Ashley, thank you for being with me.
Yes,
so
enjoy it.
awesome. God bless you for what you do. Don't change the channel, because we got more coming up.
Dr. Tim Weir wants people like you to enjoy life to the fullest, and he has written several books. These down-to-earth, easy-to-read resources will help you love life. For example, You're Not Crazy, An Overcomer's Guide to Fibromyalgia. This book has helped hundreds of people. Or How to Reboot Your Brain When Drugs and Therapy Have Not Worked. This amazing book will help you or a loved one retrain the brain. Wake Up and Dream is a wake-up call so you don't sleep through life. Go to www.drtimweir.com and order your copy today.
Looking to buy rare coins, paper money, or stamps? Considering investing in gold or silver? Then don't miss the Raleigh Money Expo, coming to the Expo Center on the State Fairgrounds in Raleigh this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Over 100 dealers available to buy and sell rare coins, bullion, paper money, and stamps. Family friendly. Bring the kids for fun and prizes. The Raleigh Money Expo, North Carolina's biggest and best coins, paper money, and stamp show. For more information, visit www.raleighcoinclub.org or visit us on Facebook.
Having trouble sleeping at night? Do you toss and turn all night? Do you have leg or muscle pain? Dr. Tim Weir's Relax Formula is an all-natural supplement with no additives or preservative. It's a unique combination of vitamins and minerals that allows the body to get a deep sleep. Here's what real people are saying about Relax.
Last night I took my first dose of this, and I had calm legs for the first time, probably in months and months.
So, if you're not sleeping right, get Dr. Weir's Formula, and you will have an amazing night's sleep. Go to relaxformula.com and order today. Relaxformula.com. That's relaxformula.com.
Hey, for those of you who have a creative edge to you, or you think you want to create something, I'm with Dina Schweitzel.
Yep.
Did I do good?
You did good. You did good.
With Knack Do-It-Yourself Craft Studio.
Yes.
Right here in Raleigh.
Yes.
So, what do people do?
So I think the first thing is you don't have to be crafty. And we try to break it down into the simplest forms too, so we'll do a little project today, but our mission for our DIY experts is to have you come in and feel comfortable. A lot of times people see things on Pinterest or online and they want to recreate it, but they don't know how or get overwhelmed by it. So our goal is to have all the supplies you need and break it down for you so you can just do it right in the studio.
Because what's that TV show, Nailed It? Sometimes it probably looks like that when they try to do it on their own.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely happened. We've had projects come in. So our way is like a foolproof way to handle all your DIY types of projects.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, by the time you go to Home Depot, you go to the craft store and get all your supplies, it's about $20 million you've got invested.
Yeah, I think I saw a meme one time that was like, I could have bought this for $15, but I chose to spend $96 on craft supplies. Yeah,
exactly.
So our studio has everything you need. So if you want to put a bunch of colors, you don't have to buy 10 different paint colors or whatnot.
neat.
So yeah.
So what are we making today?
So we're making these little mini signs, and the greatest thing about these is you can really start with like any scrap piece of wood, which I love. So I'm sure people just have this laying around, or sometimes even like your local hardware stores has a bin of these. So this is great for presents. And then we started off by painting. On mine is a beautiful teal, yours is a beautiful blue. Mine's Unreal Teal, yours is Shasta Lake. Ooh. It kind of goes with your shirt today. We do use a Cricut machine to cut everything. So we use these little stencils, but you could hand draw something and use like a spray adhesive. You could buy an already made stencil. But essentially what we do is we cover our stencils with a transfer tape. It's kind of what gets us from A to B. And so what you're gonna do is you are just going to peel your stencil off. Perfect, and anytime it pops up, you just tell it to go back down.
Go down.
And then you can put that on your board wherever you
Really?
like. Yep.
So is that bottom, top, middle?
You know, you could put it on the bottom and put a little clip on the top later for like a photo of us maybe to remember this day, or, you know, anything you want. So
how do you know if that's level?
So it's, you go by the writing on the words. Unfortunately, I picked blue background for you and a blue stencil. So this is what we call a squeegee.
If this is on here crooked, we'll just hang it.
We'll just hang it crooked,
Yeah.
right, which I usually end up doing anyways. These can be found in the paint section. Your credit cards
But
work.
you got it at the...
We got it at the studio, yep. And so you just go like this and you're just gonna squeegee it on really good. Put a little muscle into it.
Oh, I thought you were done.
Oh no, I was gonna give you it to do.
Oh.
Yeah, let you squeegee, yeah. You get to do all
this
the
is
harder.
do it yourself.
Yeah, do it,
Yeah.
yeah. Not Dina do it for you. All right, perfect. So then what we're gonna do is I'll pull your tape off, and then what that does is it leaves us with a little outline.
It might be hard to see that, but do you see how it's just right there?
Yeah, and so mine's a little bit easier to see.
Yeah.
So this is called Mod Podge, and it's like a glue. It's great for putting coats of stuff on it. We're gonna do a thin coat, and you're gonna come through and put a really thin layer on, just like this, on all your words. And what that does is it just gives us a little protective layer, and it makes it so your paint doesn't bleed.
How am I doing?
You are doing fantastic. So this is just a little teeny sign to get us started. We go in our studio up to cornhole boards, but we have signs that are 24 by 32. So you can really make like a night of this. Kids parties, this is great for even kids. Perfect. So we're just gonna let it dry for a second, and it goes from white to clear. So it almost looks like you did work and then you did no work. So that's how you know you've done it right.
It's kind of like every day, that's what I do.
So for you, we grabbed a little bit of white paint, and for me, I decided to be a little bit more daring and go with a couple colors of paint.
Wow, aren't you fancy?
I am, and mine's already got the Mod Podge, so I'm gonna show you on mine what we're gonna do. You didn't mention before, these are makeup sponges. This is the best technique we found to get a nice thin application on here. So when you dab it, you're kind of gonna wipe it off, and I don't know if you could see it's shiny. So that's what this piece of paper is here for. And you dab it on here till it's not shiny. And then you just kind of dab it. I'm gonna do just a random pattern because I'm gonna make mine tie-dyed. You're doing one color. So you just take it, swipe it, make it not shiny.
Can I start on
Yeah,
mine?
yep. And then we'll let it dry for a minute.
I'm
And
so
you're gonna
used
use
to
that
putting
one.
makeup on that, it's hard for me not to dab my face.
And you can do this one.
Oh,
That's
I
okay,
did
that
the
one.
wrong thing.
That's okay.
Am I fired?
You are just doing it yourself.
Okay.
There you go. This is the fun of it all. I gave you white paint and white Mod Podge. I really just tried to throw you for a loop today.
Yeah, I kind of sense that.
I didn't want your first time to be too easy. So then what you're gonna do is, you'll let yours dry for just one more second, but we'll just peel it off.
Well, look at that.
And then we'll just go back inside and get the little insides of our B's and our
Right.
D's and stuff. So we'll let that dry a little bit longer, but if you wanna go for it.
So if you're in the Raleigh area, go to her website. It's listed right here. And find out how you can go
And right
Might have
now,
some fun.
we're just in the Raleigh area, but we just started franchising, so there could be a location coming to you very soon.
Yeah.
So people are really into like the service industries and doing this. So we have a lot of people doing this as birthday parties or birthday gifts. Instead of just giving someone a present, they can make something.
So if you're watching this on one of the stations on U2 America and you want to do something like this in your town, they can contact you.
Yep. And we're just going to pick up
Look
your
at that.
little pieces.
Now you can also do dental work.
That's if you're at the dentist, swipe their scale or two.
Yeah.
Don't tell them I told you though.
No, I wouldn't.
All right, there you
How
go.
cool is that?
So in just a few minutes, we created this
hashtag,
great
by the way.
sign. Yeah, and you could just prop it up at your desk, or like I said, add a little photo clip, a little picture of us, whatever you want. But it's a perfect little sign.
Go to their website right now, find out how you can have some fun with Dina, okay? Thank you for being
Thank
with
you.
me. You're awesome.
Thank you.
Don't change the channel. We got some more coming up.
Having trouble sleeping at night? Do you toss and turn all night? Do you have leg or muscle pain? Dr. Tim Ware's Relax formula is an all-natural supplement with no additives or preservative. It's a unique combination of vitamins and minerals that allows the body to get a deep sleep. Here's what real people are saying about Relax. Since I've been using Relax, I don't have any severe muscle aches to speak of, like I usually do. The Relax didn't knock me out. I just got very relaxed and drifted off.
I hear this every single day. Dr. Weir, I'm having trouble sleeping. So I came up with this formula. I call it Dr. Weir's Relax Formula. Now here's the side effect to this. You're gonna sleep so soundly. You're gonna notice a change in muscle aches, and immediately when you drink this, it begins to absorb. Do yourself a favor and order some today. RelaxFormula.com.
Alright, I am planning to come with a brand new what I got. Tell you should rather wait and climb up a sycamore.
Hi, my name is Anita. I was in an accident with whiplash, medium and lower back pain, and I came to Raleigh Injury Chiropractic, and I believe it was the best thing I ever done. The staff here is wonderful. Dr. Weir is great. I couldn't ask for nothing else better in Raleigh, and I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad to maintain my health.
Hey, I'm Dr. Tim Weir. If you want results like Anita, call our office today, 919-790-1332. Call right now. Hey, I know you're going to be glad you joined me today because I'm with Craig Coulier, who wrote the book, Epic Tomato. How amazing to have this, just one book, totally tomatoes.
I know, and I probably could have written a whole Britannica series on them. So that just touches the surface.
So let's talk about this.
Sure.
How did you even get started?
Oh
doing
boy.
this?
I think my story is like many other gardeners around the country where they're really fortunate to have a relative. In my case, it was my grandfather, Walter, who most people thought he was a real grump.
Yeah.
Thought he was wonderful.
Yeah.
He took me out into his backyard gardens when I was 3 or 4, and he had a wonderful garden, very talented, and showed me all this stuff. Then my dad gardened, would take me to the park, and we'd go into the different gardens, and this is a stock, and that's a marigold. So they planted this seed of the love of gardening of me when I was really young. And then, like, sometimes seeds take a long time to germinate.
Sure.
You know, you go to school, you get a degree, you get married. But then, first thing my wife and I did when we got married in 1980 is let's have a garden. So we've been gardening every year since 1981. The love of the heirlooms came from just loving genealogy, history, legacies, and stories. So gardening's a perfect storm for me. I love to eat, love to cook, love to grow a diversity of things to eat, and love to tell stories in my garden. And so that kind of poured out of me
You're like the alpha and omega. From start to finish, you're gonna grow them and eat them and fix them.
So through the years, I've tried about 4,000 different types of tomatoes. I've got a collection of well over 8,000 or 9,000. We're creating them now. So kind of the Johnny Tomato seed, well, it's what I like to do is share what I learn with gardeners because I'm happiest when I'm amongst other gardeners.
How cool is that? So you said you can help other people, other gardeners.
Yes.
How do you do that? What are you doing?
Well, so when the book came out, my daughter said, Dad, okay, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter time, because you have a book, you're going to go do speaking events. I love to be invited around the country to speak to avid gardeners. The environments are typically wonderful. You've got all of these people in front of you that all have their own gardening experience. So it's this two-way share. And in the crazy world we live in right now, it creates this bubble of sanity and joy. So I actually think gardeners are going to save the world. And we can have world peace, one tomato at a time.
Peas.
Well, yeah, I don't know if they go together quite as well. Maybe world peppers.
So you got epic tomatoes.
That's goofy, I know.
Then you also have growing vegetables and straw bales.
Yeah, so once the tomato book came out, my publisher Story said, yeah, you know, you did an okay job with that. We don't have a straw bale gardening book in our portfolio. And I said, well, if I'm going to write that, I have to prove to myself it worked. Turns out there's a fellow in Lake Forest named Kent Rogers who's also a great straw bale gardener. So we talked a bit. I used some of his techniques, some of the techniques of the person who wrote some of the previous books. But I proved to myself a straw bale is essentially 2 20-gallon containers that you help turn into compost. And the environment inside becomes perfect loam for your roots to get really nice and healthy. So I've got 2 tall growing tomatoes and straw bales in my driveway, 10 bales, and I'll pick 25 pounds of tomatoes off each plant, 50 pounds of tomatoes off each straw bale, but peppers, eggplants, herbs, beets, carrots. If you can grow it in the ground, you can grow it in a container, and you can grow it in a straw bale. It just takes a little bit of knowledge of the technique of getting it to be broken down, but it's a great way.
So for you, not only are you growing things, but for you it's a release of emotion, energy.
Yeah. So I had a pretty wonderful 25-year career in pharmaceuticals, supported the family, but it's the corporate world. In parallel, I was doing this gardening thing on the side. And then when I retired from GSK, it allowed everything that's been kind of lying dormant and pushed aside to become my career. So now I get to write and I get to blog and I get to travel and sell plants and speak. And my wife is quilting. We both are in the gig economy. We're kind of doing it one paycheck, one sale, one quilt, one plant at a time, but it makes it really meaningful and genuine, and it just puts you in touch with the most wonderful people.
How awesome. And then, the world has gotten smaller with Facebook, Instagram, and all those things.
Yeah.
So you can talk to people in China or whatever. And
seeds that I've created from varieties I've helped make and seeds I've shared with people must be in 50 different countries around the world. And I do. It's email, it's mail, it's Instagram. And it does help make the world smaller. But you also realize, I've spoken all over the country. Squirrels are the common denominator of garden pests no matter where you garden. Yeah. And so you get to go around and find out what varieties do great where, what varieties do people struggle with, what techniques are really challenging. Those talks and learning from those people makes me a better gardener, because there's no expert gardener. There's just somebody who gardens for a long time. Maybe they've done the Einstein thing and made the mistake 10 times in a row, but eventually we all learn. And and trying to garden in Raleigh is really challenging. When we moved here from Pennsylvania, I told my wife, long growing season, we're going to be able to grow anything. Clay soil, disease, critters, gully busting thunderstorms. So yeah, if you can grow things well in Raleigh, you are truly a really good gardener. Yeah.
Listen, if you want some more information on Craig, go to his website right here and check it out. There's a lot of information. Get his book, Epic Tomatoes. And if you want to hear more about Craig, join us on another episode, because we're going to be talking about plants. All right? Don't change the channel. We'll be right back.
Looking to buy rare coins, paper money, or stamps? Considering investing in gold or silver? Then don't miss the Raleigh Money Expo, coming to the Expo Center on the State Fairgrounds in Raleigh this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Over 100 dealers available to buy and sell rare coins, bullion, paper money, and stamps. Family friendly. Bring the kids for fun and prizes. The Raleigh Money Expo, North Carolina's biggest and best coins, paper money, and stamp show. For more information, visit www.raleighcoinclub.org or visit us on Facebook.
Dr. Tim Weir wants people like you to enjoy life to the fullest, and he has written several books. These down-to-earth, easy-to-read resources will help you love life. For example, You're Not Crazy, An Overcomer's Guide to Fibromyalgia. This book has helped hundreds of people. Or How to Reboot Your Brain When Drugs and Therapy Have Not Worked. This amazing book will help you or a loved one retrain the brain. Wake Up and Dream is a wake-up call so you don't sleep through life. Go to www.drtimweir.com and order your copy today.
You've been in an accident. Do you go to your family doctor, a chiropractor, or a physical therapist? If you think it doesn't matter, you might want to rethink that. You want someone with experience in treating car accident injuries, and only car accident injuries if you've been in one. You want Raleigh Injury Chiropractic. Raleigh Injury Chiropractic, 5821 Falls of News Road in Raleigh. Are you always digging through a drawer full of tools? Well, now there's a simple solution. The amazing Kelvin 23. With 23 tools in one, you can tackle hundreds of everyday jobs, hang pictures, assemble furniture. You'll never run out of reasons to use your Kelvin 23. Super tough and lightweight. The driver locks at 90 degrees for extra torque, has a powerful magnet for loose screws, and a flashlight. So don't wait. Get your Kelvin 23 now. Call now, and we'll throw in this durable canvas pouch. Only $29.99 for 23 tools in one.
Hey, hope you enjoyed this episode of Loving Life. It's all about finding stuff that just turns you on. I'm telling you, it turns you on. Gets you excited about life, doing things, whether it's growing tomatoes, making signs, helping people who are hurting. It's all about loving life. Please join me at our Facebook page, at Loving Life with Dr. Weir. Our website is drtimweir.com. Listen, if you'd like to be on the show with me, send me an email. I'm serious. People, they're often scared. They say, oh, I'm afraid, I don't know what to do. Listen, it's the easiest thing you'll ever do. It's one of the funnest things you'll ever do. Email me at drtim@drtimweir.com. All right? Let's get you loving life more, and then let's get you sharing that with others. Till next week, here's your assignment. Keep loving life. I love entrepreneurs. Hi, this is Dr. Tim Weir. Welcome to this.
What are you doing back here? We were supposed to be in an interview. Been waiting for you, and you're eating a maple bacon bar?
I'll be right back. Drinking the Kool-Aid.
They tell me that's pure sugar, but I really can't believe it. I really don't think there's sugar in there at all. A whole new world.